ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशिभ्यो अत्रादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः ओम श्री परब्रह्म परमात्मनः श्रुतिमाथो समस्तगुरूणां देवतानां कृपया भागवतोक्त समस्त शास्त्रोक्त परब्रह्म अनुभवस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अवाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च समस्त साधकानां आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादि प्राप्त्यर्थं च विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याणार्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य सप्तमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं 7th skandham, last 15th chapter. Half we will chant today, remaining tomorrow. Bring your minds all attention, devotion. Conscious, we have to keep on doing till it becomes habit, and we are in that devoted doing of every of the adhyatmic sadhana, in which the doing is so powerful, so perfect, that the result called as Bhagavad Darshanam, Bhagavad Anugraha, Bhagavad Anubhuti, all of them are experienced by us. There is no next moment for sadhana. Please remember this. In this very moment is sadhana. And every moment the sadhana is Bhagavad Smarana. And no better place than satsang, no better way than through Bhagavata, Parayanam and Shravanam and Adhyanam, that we can remember the Lord, and that is the highest of the sadhana or practice. Let us do that. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं सप्तमस्कन्धः अथ पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। नारद उवाच कर्मनिष्ठा द्विजाः केचित् तपोनिष्ठा नृपापरे स्वाध्यायेऽन्ये प्रवचने ये केचित् ज्ञानयोगयोः ज्ञाननिष्ठाय देयानि कव्यान्यानन्त्यमिच्छता दैवे च तदभावे स्यात् इतरेभ्यो यथार्हतः द्वौ दैवे पितृकार्ये त्रीन् एकैकमुभयत्र वा भोजयेत् सुसमृद्धोऽपि श्राद्धे कुर्यात् न विस्तरं देशकालोचितश्रद्धा द्रव्यपात्रार्हणानि च सम्यक् भवन्ति नैतानि विस्तरात् स्वजनार्पणात् देशकाले च सम्प्राप्ते मुन्यन्नं हरिदैवतं श्रद्धया विधिपत्पात्रे न्यस्तं कामधुगक्षयं देवर्षि पितृभूतेभ्यः आत्मने स्वजनाय च अन्नं संविभजन् पश्येत् सर्वं तत्पुरुषात्मकं न दद्याद् आमिषं श्राद्धे न चाद्याद् धर्मतत्त्वविदो मुन्यन्नैः स्यात् परा प्रीतिः यथा न पशुहिंसया नैतादृशः परो धर्मः नृणां सद्धर्ममिच्छताम् न्यासो दण्डस्य भूतेषु मनोवाक्कायजस्य यः एके कर्ममयान् यज्ञान् ज्ञानिनो यज्ञवित्तमाः आत्मसंयमने निहाः जुह्वति ज्ञानदीपिते द्रव्ययज्ञैर्यक्षमाणं दृष्ट्वा भूतानि बिभ्यते एष मा करुणो हन्यात् अतज्ञो हि असुतृप्ध्रुवम् तस्माद्दैवोपपन्नेन मुन्यन्नेन अपि धर्मवितो सन्तुष्टो हरः कुर्यात् नित्यनैमित्तिकीः क्रियाः विधर्मः परधर्मश्च आभास उपमाचलः अधर्मशाखाः पञ्चेमा धर्मज्ञो अधर्मवतु त्यजेतो धर्मबाधो विधर्मः स्यात् परधर्मोऽन्यचोदितः उपधर्मस्तु पाषण्डः दम्भो वा शब्दभिच्छलः यस्तिच्छया कृतः पुंभिः आपासो ह्याश्रमात् पृथको स्वभावयुतो धर्मः कस्य नेष्टः प्रशान्तये धर्मार्थमपि नेहेत यात्रार्थं वाधनोदनम् अनीहानीहमानस्य महाहेरिव वृत्तिता सन्तुष्टस्य निरीहस्य स्वात्मा रामस्य यत्सुखं कुतस्तत्कामलोभेन धावतोऽर्थे हयादिशः सदा सन्तुष्टमनसः सर्वाः शिवमयाः दिशः शर्कराकण्टकादिभ्यः यतोपानत्पदः शिवं सन्तुष्टः केन महाराजन् न वर्तेतापि वारिणा औपस्थ्यजैह्यकार्पण्यात् गृहपालायते जनः असन्तुष्टस्य विप्रस्य तेजो विद्या तपोयशः स्रवन्तीन्द्रियलौल्येन ज्ञानं चैवाकी अवकीर्यते कामस्यान्तं हि क्षुत्रुभ्यां क्रोधस्यैतत्फलोदयात् जनो याति न लोभस्य जित्वा भुक्त्वा दिशो भुवः पंडिता बहवो राजन् बहुज्ञाः संशयच्छिदः सतसस्पतयोऽप्येके असन्तोषात् पतन्त्यतः असङ्कल्पाज्जयेत् कामं क्रोधं कामविवर्जनात् अर्थानर्थेक्षया लोभं भयं तत्त्वावमर्शनात् आन्वीक्षिक्या शोकमोहौ दम्भं महदुपासया योगान्तरायान्मौनेन हिंसां कायाद्यनीहया कृपया भूतजं दुःखं दैवं जह्यात् समाधिना आत्मजं योगवीर्येण निद्रां सत्त्वनिषेवया रजस्तमश्च सत्त्वेन सत्त्वं चोपशमेन च एतत् सर्वं गुरौ भक्त्या पुरुषो हि अञ्जसा जयेत् यस्य साक्षात् भगवते ज्ञानदीपप्रदे गुरौ मर्त्यासद्धीः श्रुतं तस्य सर्वं कुञ्जरशौचवतो एष वै भगवान् साक्षात् प्रधानपुरुषेश्वरः विमृग्याङ्घ्रिः लोकोऽयं मन्यते परं षड्वर्गसंयमैकान्ताः सर्वा नियमचोदनाः तदन्ता यदि नो योगा नामहेयुः श्रमापहाः यथा वार्तादयो ह्यर्था योगस्यार्थं न बिभ्रति अनर्थाय भवेयुस्ते पूर्तमिष्टं तथा सदः यश्चित्तविजये यत्तः स्यान्निस्सङ्गो परिग्रहः एको विविक्तशरणः भिक्षुर्भिक्षामिताशनः देशे शुचौ समे राजन् संस्थाप्यासनमात्मनः स्थिरं सुखं समन्तस्मिन् आसीतर्ज्वङ्ग ओमिति प्राणापानौ संनिरुध्यात् पूरकुम्भकरे सुखैः यावन्मनस्त्यजेत् कामान् सनासाग्रनिरीक्षणः यतो यतो निःसरति मनः कामः तं भ्रमतु ततस्ततोपाहृत्य हृदि रुन्ध्यात् शनैर्बुधः एवमभ्यसतश्चित्तं कालेनाल्पीयसायतेः अनिशं तस्य निर्वाणं याति अनिन्दनवह्निवद कामादिभिरनाविद्धं प्रशान्ताखिलवृत्तियतो चित्तं ब्रह्मसुखस्पृष्टं नैवोत्तिष्ठेत कर्हिचिद यः प्रव्रज्य गृहात् पूर्वं त्रिवर्गापवनात् पुनः यदि सेवेत तान् भिक्षुः स वैवान्ताश्च पत्रपः इति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. This is a beautiful chapter. Remember, 7th Skandha, last chapter, Sri Narad Ji's Upadesha through Yudhishthir Ji to all of us is again one of the class and masterpiece. Remember it, note it down somewhere. Whenever you get a time, go through it thoroughly and also listen to the talks on this chapter. I think we have done good justice to that. Another occasion, if the God permits, once more also we can see. But a very, very, very complete, detailed, beautiful chapter indicating to us all the sadhanas to be done. Thanking to Sri Naradji. We proceed. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Suta Sharanam Mama Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Narada Sharanam Mama Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atapibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchata Karhichida Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Ekadasha Skandaha Muktirhitva Rupam Sarupena Vyavastitihi Atha Ekonatrimshodhyayah. Before we start, chapter 29's continuation, simple thought for the day is we are actually the Ananda Swarupa Satchidatma. That Ananda Swarupa Satchidatma, which is our essential self, gained which nothing remains to be gained or experienced. That Satchidananda Atma of ours, who is the one not allowing us to experience, is whether we like it or not, agree or not, it is our own ahamkara, be attentive, with its upaditadatmyam, and it is our mamakara, which is expressed as raga dvesha toward the objects of the world through the upaditadatmya. So I upaditadatmya and world is liked or disliked by me based on the upaditadatmya called as mamakara. These two are the ones which are acting like mitra, but the actual shatru, because of which the real me, I myself am not experiencing. So the mathematics of philosophy or Vedanta is what? I myself killing my real self as if not yet killed. It is ajanma, amaraha, amarutyu, nanyate, anyamane, sharire, nayamhanti, hanyate. That's all pure Pakka Vedanta. But for the sake of explanation, I having, let us say, instead of killing, eliminating or deleting or covering or neglecting or disregarding my own self, I myself am become king. And I myself am becoming cause for my own sufferings, and I alone am suffering. See that funny calculation. Equally funny is the sadhana that I have to kill my own pseudo self. Only then the real self me I can experience without obstruction. That day, when we understand these calculations, you can slowly feel that the Vedanta spirituality is entering into us. Again, repeating, I myself am with the upadhis is the cause for not allowing me to experience my own blissful, never bound self. And that me only is doing all mischief. and that me only is suffering all limitations. This is the bandhana sthiti. Moksha sthiti is what? I myself have to get out of the mama. I myself have to get out of aham and drop, and I myself have to be my own self. It's such a funny thing, Vedanta. Vedanta is not funny, but the way we are bound and the way to liberation is seeming to be illogical and paradoxical and not understandable, not practical. It looks like. वही इसकी मजा है इसमें का मजा है आनंद है इसमें का यही डिफिकल्टी है क्लियर सेकंड पॉइंट वेरी एसेंशियल इक्वली सर ओके my real self I am not able to experience. Now the Lord and the Guru, they are waiting, attentive, trying to help me only for realization of my own self. The Guru, Shastra, Bhagavat are eternally trying to help me, to make me realize my own self for my own liberation. Again, what is that which is blocking the krupa of the Bhagavan and Guru to help us is again our Aham and Mama only. See, एक तरफ like in some houses there are some relations वो खुद भी देते नहीं हैं और हमको जाकर क्या कहते हैं ना लाकर उसका उपयोग करने भी नहीं देते जैसे कहावत इन तेलुगु ना खुद देती है खाने को माता रानी और बाहर जाके भीख भी मांगने को नहीं दिखती है ना इज इट नॉट अम्मा आई यूज गिव मी समथिंग इज नथिंग डूइंग आई नॉट गिव यू ओके लीव मी आई गो आउट एंड बेग फॉर माई सेल्फ you dare not beg, it is insult to us, should not beg. Okay, I'll not ask others, you give na, no, I'll not give you. Is it not this aham and mama neither allowing the inner self to be experienced, nor allowing from outside the Guru and God to help me? They are trying to help, but this aham, this mama, doesn't want to help also. And this aham mama, which in both ways becoming such a biggest bulldozer type block, obstruction for my own liberation by my effort or my own liberation by the help of the Guru and God, I am taking it as my own friend. I am going on holding on to that only. This is called delusion, which we have to realize first. See, any treatment to any disease is first to realize that I have that disease. Then discover the medication. Then apply it. So too, we have to recognize that bhava dukha ka karan bhava roga hai. Bhava roga is moha. Moha is either not knowing or not accepting that aham and mama are the karana for the inner self to reveal, not to reveal, as well as is again the karana for the blocking of the grace or the help or the guidance of blessings which are coming again for my own liberation from the Guru and God. And as long as we are strong in an aham and mama, we become successful. And our success is not allowing the inner self to reveal, not allowing the outer God Guru to help us. In the success of me as aham mama, alone is my own failure. Alone is my own bondage. In that alone is my dukkha. You understand? If this is understood, first step of the delusion we have crossed. Think cool, very important discussion today. I don't know why Bhagavan gave us this one. I don't think till we come on to the dayas, यहाँ कर बैठने के बाद भगवान जो कहलवाते हैं मैं भी सुनता हूँ आपके साथ साथ. Then therefore the second solution. So the second step is what in the sequence of solution is discovering that slowly, steadily I have to remove the parda of aham and mama to have my own experience of my own real self. In that only my mukti. In this second step, I have to be very convinced. Then the question comes, how? Only one answer to that also. Is it not? That Guru and Ishvara Kripa through Shastra, which I was denying, therefore strengthening, and Aham Mama, that alone I have to value, so that my Aham Mama is slowly made thin, made weakened, made devalued. That day when I realize this, I am really conquering the third step. See, otherwise what happens? The Guru Bodha, Shastra Bodha, Bhagavan given spiritual avakasha or mauka, opportunity, I so far thought of bondages, which I thought that I, which is strongly identified with Aham and Mama. But on discrimination, on inquiry, where is the inquiry started? That I am really the Ananda Swarupa, but I am not experiencing it. Why I am not experiencing? What is a blockade? In thought, it is my own aham because of upadhi tadatmya, mama or namama with regard to the world, depending on the upadhi. It's called as mamata, is equal to ragadvesha. Mamata is both sides, mine and not mine. Towards whatever I feel mine, there is raga. Whatever I don't feel not mine, towards that I have dvesha. So I am infinite Atma, Ananda Sarupa, Sachidatma, but I am not experiencing it now. That reason is what? Aham, because of Upadhi, Mama, for the world through the Upadhi. Second step. Same thing is the cause for not allowing Bhagavan Guru Kripa so that I reach to myself. सो ना खुद अंदर से अलो कर रहा है हम ममा परमात्मा व्यक्त होने को, ना बाहर से भी किसी को मदद लेने नहीं दे रहा है, रोक रहा है. Like this, some our neighborhood country government, ना खुद वो लोग ऐसे पॉलिसी बनाकर कंट्री को डेवलप करते हैं, ना इंडिया वांट्स टू हेल्प बट लेना नहीं चाहते इंडिया से. You understand? In the same way. Then what is to be done? First and second point of removal of moha is what? The blockade of aham mama has to be removed for experiencing the purna ahamta, ananda swarupa ahamta, satchit swarupa aham brahma. Then the question obviously comes as to how to do. How to do is this one. Life is this much only. Those shatrus whom we are considering as mitra should recognize them as shatru and keep away. Those whom we are considering as shatru, but they are mitra actually, making them as our mitra. This much if you do, the sadhana happens effortlessly. So whatever my ahankara, my upadhis demand so far, I thought that is a cause of sukha and they are my mitra. Therefore, whatever is said opposite to this by the Guru and Shastra is called as Shatrubhaya so far. It is like the friends who allow us to eat, drink by paying their money, which destroys our health. We consider them as mitra. And our own family members who stop us from all those indulgences, or the doctor who tells us not to consume that, we consider him as Shatru. All this is happening in the mind, in the ignorant mind, in the non-thinking mind, in the non-discriminating aviveka yukta mana. In aviveki, the entire world helps him, still he can't help himself like Dhritarashtra. A viveki, the entire world be against him, yet he'll come out victorious. Like that, all the yogis, jnanis, mahatmas are example like Nachiketa and Prahlad and Parikshit, all of them. Therefore, what is the decision? This is what I'm telling you, please. Whether you are able to remember or not, whether the book we are studying, Vidurniti or the Taittiriya Upanishad or the Nama Bhasha Vishnu Sahasranama or in the evening Bhagavata Adhyatma Ramayana, before whatever we have studied, in every of the topic, if you see recently from last 2 months, only one thing is stressed upon. That our Ananya Bhakti to the Lord and our Ananya Bhakti toward the Guru, even Adhyatma Ramayana, Parshuramji said same thing. Naradji will say today in his Stuti the same thing. And Upanishad also we have seen Eke Chasma Chariyagamso and all that. Then you listen and become a Saragrahi. And in Bhagavata, this chapter, earlier chapter, everything is said. And every Upanishad talks, Yasya Deve Parabhaktihi Yatha Deve Tatha Guru. Parabhakti to the Paramatma. What are Parabhakti? Knowing that He alone is everything, knowing alone that He alone is the Mukti Karaka. Thus, seeking only mukti from him is called as para bhakti to the Narayana Paramatma. Tatha, same bhakti towards the Guru is what? Accepting Guru as Bhagavan. See, today also we chanted just now. The one who takes Guru and as Bhagavan Swarupa and takes guidance, so quickly he crosses the Maya. Bhagavan only came in the form of Guru and teaching us the Vidya. Atma Vidya, Upanishad Vidya, Brahma Vidya. So as much devotion we have to Bhagavan, same we have to the Guru. And what is surrender devotion to the Guru? The Vidya Bodha which he is doing, we have to receive it. Then sadhana which he is indicating, we have to do it without if or but. The ifs and buts are put by the aham and mama. Is it not? Therefore, unless mama is reduced, aham cannot be reduced. Unless aham mama is reduced, we cannot even willingly also surrender to the Guru and express that meaning of surrender called as doing the sadhana told by him. And unless that is done, the thick layer of every blockade covering the experience of self, that cannot be removed or discovered. So listen this point. Very, very cautious. And this natanki of the aham, even Maha yogis, jnanis also finally could not fully understand. Very rare few. In what way, in how many ways, the terrible, poisonous serpent called as aham manifests its one or the other of its thousands of hoods which it has got. अहम रूपी सर्प के हजारों फणों में कौन सा फण लेकर वो हमको अटैक करता है, कोई भी किसी क्षण इतने आराम से नहीं पकड़ सकते. इवन वाइल टॉकिंग, द प्योर साधका, हाउ मच टॉकिंग इन मी, द अहम which how much it is talking, so tough to recognize and differentiate between these two. ये बहरूपिया है, एक साधक के रूप में ही वो आकर नाटक करता है, अहंकार ही. And we go on considering throughout life that we are sadhaka. And under the disguise of sadhaka, everything other than sadhana we do. And we say we are sadhana. So that ahankara, taking the dress of sadhaka, instead of doing sadhana, he does whatever it likes. Like the grandparents. Nothing that they are serving the children or grandchildren, stupid nonsense. They only indulging in their own time pass, time waste with the children on the name of loving and serving children. Even if it is there, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's it. It is your own inner craving to be with that stupid child that you become donkey in front of him and allow him to ride on your head. And you call it as, no, Swamiji, I am taking care of my grandchild, becoming Gadha. Here the Guru is making you a Bhagavan, and that you say is not important, and becoming a donkey in front of grandchild is important, we think. Even that example, when I tell now, if the reaction is there inside instead of understanding, that also is ego. That's how it goes on, attacking and attacking, attacking, and unfortunately, it is aham only with its powerful earlier habits and mama going on becoming victorious in us. Therefore, how much our Guru and God are trying, we are defeating them only. Learn this point. That day when it clicks to us, मैं बताऊं कि we are doing the bestest blessings on ourselves. Bestest blessings we are giving to ourselves. My ego, my own binding with things and beings, called as mama, is the karana blocking my own experience of my own essential infinite nature. Even if this anubhava, the Guru God wants to give it by guiding me from outside, I am denying it, I am disrespecting it, I am disregarding it. I am never regular to class, serious to class, sincere to class. Even if I come and sleep, even after alertly I listen, after that I don't do homework. All these are happening because of same aham mama. इसलिए जिंदगी में ना सब छोड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन ममा नहीं छोड़ सकते. कभी भी ममा कुछ हद तक छूटता है, अहम नहीं छोड़ सकते. एंड जब तक अहम नहीं छोड़ा तो कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा. These are the few things. They are really philosophical. They are true philosophy. They are. Whether you understand or not, like or not, practice or not, it remains so. So, by the bombardment of Guru's teaching, Shastra teaching, for hundreds of time in hundreds of lives, someday when it clicks to us and we start giving up, aham mama, then slowly the real spirituality starts happening. Why Bhagavan says, Manmana bhava, mad bhakto bhava, madhyaji, mam namaskuru, mame vaishyasyuktvayam, atmana, mad parayana, mad karma krut, mad paramaha, sangavarjitaha, nidvay. How many times Bhagavan, why did he say? Surrender to me, surrender to Guru. Not that he is an egoistic fellow, you will surrender and serve him, and he enjoys sitting, watching TV and eating. पागल लोग. This is called Moha Maya. Wonderful. Maya creates Aham and Mama. And I am lost in identifying with that Aham and Mama called as Moha. And the entire life is lived on that basis only. Like a person suddenly becomes MLA. Then that Moha of MLA never leaves him till he dies. He goes on adding X also. 3 महीने था फिर भी X MLA लगाता है. वो रुबाब बोलते हैं ना, वो एक भाषा में, एक लैंग्वेज में, दैट दैट टाइप ऑफ फीलिंग की आई वाज एमएलए, इट नेवर लीव्स. कोई एक दिन का भी है और लेता, लाइक इन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स अभी कम हुआ होगा, आउट ऑफ ऑब्लिगेशन द पर्सन हु इज गेटिंग रिटायर्ड, 1 महीने के लिए उनको प्रमोशन देकर उस कुर्सी पे बिठाते जस्ट टू सेटिस्फाई. एंड ही रिटायर्स ऑन दैट ओनली राइट्स कि आई रिटायर्ड सो एंड सो, retired lieutenant general. How long? 2 घंटे के लिए. But that is enough for the whole life to say, I am that. It lives not throughout life. And with that ego, wherever you go, you try to pose what you are. You never try to know what actually you are, nor allow anybody to remind. Then wife says, lovingly, he is in front of wife also, he says, I am general. She says, you may be general, but I am particular. I am wife. He will not understand. It goes on. बच्चों के सामने भी they have to salute me. Everybody, a doctor, a lawyer, a Swami also. You should be recognized by everybody as Swami and should do namaskar to him. क्या क्या नौटंकी वो लोग भी करते हैं. They try to look gambhiram. They try to talk in that way. सब नाटक है. You are simple. Everybody is Brahman. You are Brahman. That is your experience of your life. Outside, you are as ordinary as anything. Any being. Everywhere same Paramatma is there. How can you be special? When you are doing deep sadhana of highest meditation, naturally when that gambhirata, when the calmness is there, it is natural. It is not artificial makeup. Like every artist does a makeup, spirituality is not an artist work, and being in this way expression is not makeup. A real Mahatma, he doesn't make up himself. He's not a made-up brand. He's original. That's it. He's simpler than the simplest, easier than easiest. He plays with the children. He is with the youngster. He is the middle-aged people. Yet he is himself. He is not anywhere touched, nor he comes to that lower level. See the beauty of that thing? But we carry the load of our ego and mama, and anywhere we go, thought. And when he goes in the bus or travel, a train flight, he is all natak. He feels inside, I am so and so officer. अरे बगल में जो बैठा है वो ये कोई दुकानदार है. He doesn't know. किसको क्या फर्क पड़ता है, 2 घंटे में उतरना है. You know that story of, I don't know who is exactly, if I'm wrong, correct me. Example is beautiful. I think Jamshedji Tata or somebody. He was traveling in the flight, it was so simple. Next to him was a huge, hefty means very, very popular cinema actor of those days. He was sitting, generally इनको आदत होता है सब सेल्फी, उस समय सेल्फी तो नहीं होता था, ऑटोग्राफ वगैरह. This person sitting was not caring him. He only touched him and asked and all, कि क्या है आप, थोड़ा बात. Then do you know who am I? He said, no, I don't know. आप सिनेमा नहीं देखते हो? He said, नो आजकल टाइम नहीं होता मुझे सिनेमा देखने को. You don't know me. I'm so and so actor, so famous. Then he said, अच्छा, अच्छा, very good. I heard that you act very well. Very good. Congrats. He said, अरे मुझे नहीं जानते हो, ऐसे किसे स्पेशल है? Who are you? He said, I am the multi-millionaire supporting the nation in so many forms through industrialization. All that he did not say, I am telling. He just said, I am Mr. Tata. This is what my work. I am busy in that. Unassumed, Aham and Mama. Babre. Any Aham and Mama should be an alankara for the divinity in us, not blockade. That Aham and Mama in us should be a humble servant to the Lord like Hanumanji, not which takes the position of lordship by itself and denies the divinity's expression. But these things won't come to our recognition easily. That is the biggest struggle. भगवान मुझे मेरे से बचाओ. Protect me from myself, from my own ego, my own hallucinations, imaginations, assumptions, a variety of identities, and the ownerships. अरे राम राम राम. ये आई itself is pseudo और उसके ऊपर फिर मेरा मैं ही बेवकूफ हूँ और मेरा डबल बेवकूफी. That is why the entire world goes on taking away whatever we say, mera, mera, and they go on sitting on our head till our aham is gone. Do you know? जब तक हमारा अहम और मम पूरा छूटता नहीं, तब तक दुनिया हमको ऐसा दुखी करता है. What is the meaning? Meaning is, in the form of Lord alone is there to take away our aham and mama so that we realize Him. You understand? The world is there in front of us as the Lord's expression. So we have to serve the world and enjoy. Instead of that, we demand the world to recognize and help us. Why? Because of this aham and mama. Then what the Lord does in the form of the world goes on taking away whatever you say mama and goes on suppressing your ego till you give it up. And as many traits the mana buddhi, aham and mama has to maintain itself, more than that the Lord has the upaya. Finally, the victory is भगवान का ही होता है. फाइनल विक्ट्री भगवान का ही होगा. बीच बीच में लगता है कि हम जीतते हैं. As many techniques we have to strengthen our aham mama, more than that एक ज्यादा ही भगवान के पास होते हैं. Ultimately takes our aham mama. Final way of his taking away our aham mama is what? He just kills us and puts us in some useless body or somewhere. वहां जाकर देखो ना अहम होगा ना ममा होगा. He has that power. So total thought is this one. I am the Atma Anubhava Swarupa, but my Aham Atma Anubhava Swarupa is not experienced by me, my own Upadhi Tadatma Yukta Ahankara. Then through the Upadhi, toward the world, the Mama of Raga Dvesha. And the subsequent thinkings, plannings, all of them are imaginations, projections. We are living in a life of imaginations and projections based on the illusions and delusions. Reality forgotten, illusion of the ego, delusion of the mama, and in all projections and imaginations, the world, we are living jhoot. Untruth we are living. But this is a very sublime Vedanta. You are listening from 2.5 years regularly. Therefore, I am doing gustaki of discussing with you these things. Otherwise, all gurus don't know, they don't talk this subject to that level. They allow it to everybody to realize by themselves, maybe after 100 lives of listening to Shastra. But we just are giving a chance so that if any one of us are tuned to these words and the speakers or the Guru Shastra, they may catch this. So only way is what? Guru Sharanagati, Bhagavat Sharanagati. For what? To drop Aham and Mama. For what? To realize the real Aham in us. It is as simple as that in the theory. Make equally simple in practice. So simple. It's not so. Anything I'll ask my Guru. Anything my Guru told me to do this. Vedamanucha Acharya Antevasanam Anushasti. Bas. It's my Guru's Anushasana. Etadanuशासनम evamupasit avyam evamuchai tadupasyam. How simple the life becomes. If the one thing we learn called as surrender, and the most difficult thing is to surrender only. We can do everything but can't surrender. Every logic the mana buddhi brings to doubt the guru, to question the guru, finally to see that your devotion surrender to the guru is zerofied, nullified, neutralized. And that you will not even recognize. That way that ego colors. It justifies only, never feels bad even one day that I am going away from my guru, from I am going away from my shastra, my sadhana. Oh, इतना लोहे के दोस्त लोग ना दारू पिला के जस्टिफाई कराते यार तुम्हारे पैसे ले रहे हो कितना बढ़िया नशा आ रहा है मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं एंड दिस फेलो लिसन्स टू हिम सेज हाँ या यू आर राइट यार पिलाया फिर उसको जस्टिफाई भी कराया सो टू our own ego does the pilao of the moha and justifies it and this says see, when I was with the Guru, I could not do all this, that. Now my unko chhod diya. I am able to manage this, I am able to manage that, I am able to eat food good, I am going to have a good rest. Everything is justification starts happening. That power of Maya. Oh, pare, you can't recognize it. Oh, it is so tough to recognize. I know none of you are understanding it. 100%. You can't understand. Even the speaker here also 0.0001% is feeling that the lack of surrender to the Guru, how allowing the poisonous serpent of Aham and Mama, not allowing to do actual sadhana, on the name of sadhana, everything other than sadhana it is doing. Think about it. Clear? Now having done so, this is the most profound again, beautiful of the chapters of Bhagavata Puranam, the last one of Krishna's teachings to Uddhavaji. Next chapter there will be no teachings, only the Leela of Bhagavan Krishna and Yadavas, etc. 12th skanda, some more teachings will be there of Vedanta. फिर वहाँ क्या है भगवान कृष्ण के टीचिंग्स हो जाते हैं विद इन फ्यू चैप्टर्स even Parikshit goes away, Shukadev ji चले आते हैं, then Suta Mahamuni's teachings, they also are profound. To Shaunakadi, with which Bhagavat started, that continues till the end of Puranam, Bhagavata Purana. In this 29th chapter, here, Maha Bhagavata Uddhava and Paramatma's Ati Purna Ananda Swarupa Avatara Krishna, their Samvada continuing started at 5th or 6th skandham. In this 29th chapter, on the demand or request or begging of Sri Uddhavaji, Bhagavan Krishna, at one place, in around 26 shlokas, brings the essence of all sadhanas given in all the Purana Ityasa Shastra and all of the put together, it is titled, named as Bhagavata Dharma. Dharma means sadhanas, dharma means duties. Dharma means the way the life has to be lived. So the way the life has to be lived, if this way it is lived, you have become Bhagavata, which is the purpose of study of Bhagavatam, which is the purpose of the entire life. हम सबको भागवत बनना है. भागवत मीन्स भगवान का कौन है? भक्त. हर वक्त भागवत होता है. So to become Bhagavata, we are here. We will become Bhagavata when these dharmas are practiced. Those dharmas Bhagavan gives. Around some 20 or 25 shlokas. So beautiful. They are all repetition, nothing new except one or two. But then all of them brought at one place. This being the last teachings, we can see each of them, whether we have thoroughly intellectually grasped the meaning of it or not. After that, are we genuinely practicing it or not? When we ensure that we are practicing, then slowly we are becoming Bhagavata. So you paid the money, you got the seat, and you started going to the medical college. It's the beginning. Within some couple of years, you are a professional doctor. It's a question of few years and study. So too, when you ensure that these Bhagavata dharmas we are practicing, dekhte, we become Purna Bhagavata, wherein we will have Bhagavan's Anubhuti every moment, everywhere, and we, Namak cheese is not there, we belong to him only. Bhagavata means belonging to Bhagavan, Bhagavan ka. And in this chapter, beginning 6 7 shlokas, Sri Uddhavaji is a way of praising to the Lord and asking Him to guide is very, very sublime. And the shlokas are heavy dosed ones, befitting to be a part of this very tough text called as Bhagavata Purana. See the contrast picture of Bhagavata and Adhyatma Ramayana. वो भी व्यास जी ने ये भी व्यास जी ने लिखा. This Bhagavata writing Vyasa, that Vyasa. See the difference? Same one. उसमें simple simple श्लोकास टक 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 everything conveyed. यहाँ तो tongue twisting chanting श्लोकास. Then where is Kriya Pada, where is Namavachika, where is Visheshanam? If you don't properly jodo them, na, you get totally different meaning. It is somewhat like if you have studied, I have not studied. I was always in my mother tongue medium only. I heard that some very tough poetries of English poets, which are given as the poetry subject in your plus two or graduation level, they're so tough. The vocabulary itself is very tough. And if you don't know exactly grammar and add, you will not understand properly. There are many in between gaps to be filled. Our all sutras, all our Vedanta are like that only. These writings of our or sayings of our Uddhavaji also are very beautiful. And be attentive. In trying to analyze these shlokas in their word to word meaning and total meaning alone is not only the truth is revealed, but the intellect also is sharpened. The sharpening of the intellect, making subtle of the intellect, is the most essential thing in a person's evolution. That sharp, subtle, purified intellect helps him in doing dharma so that he will conquer this world and other this world. Helps him in doing the punya with which he can conquer the other world. And that sharp, subtle, pure intellect alone helps him in discriminating from self and not self and makes him liberated by identifying with the self. There's a beauty in our Vedanta classes. You may not be getting any physical object as prasadam. You may not be seeing anything substantial thing as if a result. But the mere fact that you are attentively listening, while listening, you are applying your intellect itself is making the intellect sharper, subtler, purer, deeper, which is chasing, which is cutting us under all the layers of ignorance, layers of delusion, layers of misunderstanding, which alone removes all the dukkha. Dukkha prapti is because of misunderstandings. It all goes away. And while doing so, it takes us to Paramatma, the same sharp intellect, it gives us Sukha prapti. That's how by using the buddhi for its viveka, we get both the results of dukkha nivritti as well as Sukha prapti. Therefore, the Rishis Munis of yore gave these Shastras somewhere, somewhat in such a way that it is hidden, you have to work hard to get it. Is it not? Bhagavan has kept everything in the world hidden. You have to work hard to get it. See, pearl you want, but it is kept in that shell. You have to break and take. You want an nariyal, very good, but it's on the up above the tree. Then you have to break open, then only you get it. You enjoy mungfali, but it is inside the jamin. You bring it out, carefully take out the chilaka, wash it, and eat it. He gives you pomegranate, but you have to break and eat it inside. He gives you a seed, but you have to sow it and wait for it to grow and give you the fruit. He gives all the people around, but you have to make friends with them, love them. First, you help serve them, then the product result that they love you. They serve you. Everything Bhagavan gave, but we have to do something there to get it. Rice he gives, but unless you boil it and eat, it won't get digested. Salt he has given in the ocean, but you have to distill it and bring that salt and use where you want. But yeah, everything in the world Bhagavan gave, but not ready-made. We have to make ready. Clear? In the same way, we have to break open the secrets hidden in the Shastra. For that, we have to start using our intellect. Once we start using our intellect with its thinking, discrimination, understanding, that too on the basis of Shastra, as explained to us by an honest Guru, then we are the luckiest people in our life because we are growing and maturing. Now let us chant the first few mantras of this beautiful thing and start explaining. Okay. Pandito Mataha, 14 mantras, let us chant and start seeing some of it. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Maha Puranam Ekadasha Skandha Atha एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः उद्धव उवाच सुदुश्चरामि मां मन्ये योगचर्याम् अनात्मनः यथाञ्जसा पुमान् सिद्ध्येत तन्मे ब्रूहि अञ्जसाच्युत प्रायशः पुण्डरीकाक्ष युञ्जन्तो योगिनो मनः विषीदन्ति असमाधानात् मनो निग्रहकर्षिताः अथात आनन्ददुघं पदाम्बुजं हंसाः श्रयेरन्नरविन्दलोचन सुखं नु विश्वेश्वरयोगकर्मभिः त्वन्माययामि विहता न मानिनः किं चित्रमच्युत तवैतदशेषबन्धो दासेष्वनन्यशरणेषु यदात्मसात्त्वं यो अरोचेत् सह मृगैः स्वयम् ईश्वराणां श्रीमत्किरीटतटपीडितपादपीठः तन्त्वाखिलात्मदैतेश्वरमाश्रितानां सर्वार्थदं स्वकृतविद् विसृजेत को नु को वा भजेत किमपि विस्मृतयेनुभूत्यै किं वा भवेन्न तव पाद रजोजुषाम्नः नैवोपयन्ति अपचितिं कवयस्तवेश ब्रह्मायुषापि कृतमृद्धमुदः स्मरन्तः योऽन्तर्बहिस्तनुभृताम् अशुभं विधुन्वन् आचार्यचैत्यवपुषा स्वगतिं व्यनक्ति श्रीशुक उवाच इत्युद्धवेनात्यनुरक्तचेतसा पृष्टो जगत्क्रीडनकः स्वशक्तिभिः गृहीतमूर्ति त्रय ईश्वरेश्वरः जगाद स प्रेम मनोहर स्मितः श्रीभगवानुवाच गुरुदेव हन्तते कथयिष्यामि मम धर्मान् सुमङ्गलान् यान् श्रद्धया आचरन् मर्त्यः मृत्युञ्जयति दुर्जयम् कुर्यात् सर्वाणि कर्माणि मदर्थं शनकैः स्मरन् मय्यर्पितमनश्चित्तः मद्धर्मात्ममनोरतिः देशान् पुण्यान् आश्रयेत मद्भक्तैः साधुभिः श्रितान् देवासुरमनुष्येषु मद्भक्ताचरितानि च पृथक् सत्रेण न वा मह्यं सर्वपर्वयात्रा महोत्सवान् कारयेत् गीतनृत्याद्यैः महाराजविभूतिभिः मामेव सर्वभूतेषु बहिरन्तरपावृतम् ईक्षेत आत्मनि च आत्मानं यथा कम् अमलाशयः इति सर्वाणि भूतानि मद्भावेन महाद्युते स भाजयन् मन्यमानः ज्ञानं केवलम् आश्रितः ब्राह्मणे पुल्कसेस्तेने ब्रह्मण्येऽर्के स्फुलिङ्गके अक्रूरे क्रूरके च एव समदृक् पंडितो मतः ओम शांति शांति शांति. These are the beautiful Bhagavata dharmas Bhagavan Krishna tells us to practice so that we get the result quickly. So starting from the first mantra, yesterday we spoke in detail about the greatness of Uddhava. You know, Uddhavo Buddhi Sattamaha. Sakshat Brihadspatehe Shishyaha. What is it? Krishnasya Daita Sakha Brihadspatehe Shishyaha Uddhava Sakshat Buddhi Sattamaha. Krishnasya Daita Sakha. Uddhava is said to be most dearest friend, relation to Krishna. Is called Vrishninam Pravaro Mantri Sakshat Brihadspatehe Shishyaha. Then Krishnasya Daita Sakha Uddhavo Buddhi Sattamaha. Vrishninam Pravaro Mantri Krishnasya Daita Sakha Brahaspate Sakshat Sishyaha Uddhavo Buddhisattamaha. I remembered the shloka. Thank God. We don't read Bhagavatam again and again. Gita is small, so we chant it, so याद रहता है. अब 18,000 who will read? एक जिंदगी चाहिए पूरा होगा वो भी. So we don't remember many. So to Upanishads and all. You should, I think, one life, only throughout life I have to do Parayanam to remember them. So that it becomes easier. And remember one thing. I request you, thank God that thought Bhagavan gave. Any text we are going to study, whether it is Taittiriya Upanishad, Ramayana, do the homework of 10 time, 20 time, 30 time, chanting those mantras. So that when we are familiar with the mantra, that is felt by the speaker. Any speaker, and I am here. When you are familiar with mantra, it becomes easy for me to speak. When I am able to explain at ease with my ease, it becomes easy for you to understand. If you are not familiar with those mantras and it is Greek and Latin for you, the main mantra itself you are not able to catch. How will you catch the meaning? And that always the meaning is hidden thing. Hidden in what? In the mantra only. और मंत्र याद नहीं तो मीनिंग कहाँ से याद रहेगा? मंत्र याद है तो मीनिंग याद रहेगा. We don't even, this is very important thing. Nobody might have told you so far. You chant those mantras so many times that when the Acharya is speaking to you the meaning, it becomes easier for him to explain, for you to understand. And the work of Acharya is to open up the secret treasure of meanings that are hidden there, indicating the truth, indicating the sadhana. Do this practice for some texts. At least for the Adhyatma Ramayana, you do it. Keep chanting the mantras. Don't read the meaning. Then if you read the meaning, you get conditioned in your mind. Then you only observe what you know. You don't listen what is spoken from here. That's again a terrible bad habit. I am telling you only to become familiar with the mantra. Till I speak the meaning of those shlokas. Once the speaking is over, like 28th chapter is over, now you read it as many times as you can the meaning. But 29th chapter, familiar ho jao with shloka. Wait for me to speak the meaning. Once I give it the meaning, any speaker doesn't matter, then you revel in that. Else the mind gets preconditioned. So by chanting the shloka, you make it easier for him to speak and you get it easily understood. And just wait. Don't wait. Let the Acharya speak in his way the meaning. Basing on that, you develop your contemplation later on. You read all of the commentaries and all, your mind gets conditioned. That conditioned mind, instead of helping you in listening and understanding, it becomes an ego, then that is wrong. No, it is making you understand more beautifully. That pure heart, if you have, which is very rare, then you go through it. Many people read different commentaries and watch the speaker. Is he speaking same thing written or not? Are what you read is also written by one commentator, and that is also not complete. Because ये मंत्र का different level में different शिष्यों के लिए different meanings, different guru, different काल में reveal करते हैं. That is the beauty of our Shastra mantras. What I am speaking to you now, Bhagavatam, 2 years back what I spoke is different. Because in 2 years you have grown and I have grown. After 5 years when I speak, that will be different definitely. You understand? That's why Guru accepts the progression of the disciple and accordingly molds his lecture. Many of the disciples never understand, never accept the Gurus. A problem ho jata hai. Anyway, point is not that here. Mainly, a beautiful way here, Sri Uddhavji is putting his points in front of Krishna. Listen carefully. Uddhava Uvacha is representing all of us. I told you Uddhavaji's story yesterday and also gave you the contents of this chapter. And Uddhava is great bhakta. He looks simple, Sakshat Buddhisattamaha, but is very jnani. And all the topic which I spoke for 8-9 minutes was telling you as an idea, become familiar with the mantras by doing the chantings so that it becomes for me to talk to you. And when you read many other books also in Parayanam, then when I quote different Shastras, you'll be able to relate it and strongly understand. But again, there's an ego comes. By mistake, if you know one shloka more than me, then you become egoistic. There used to be one Amma used to come to class. Nowadays they all stopped. So she reads chants, some of the things they know, so their mind gets caught up there. It's very funny, the whole mind's drama is. कोई कोई समझा है मन के खेल को, बहुत कम है जिन्होंने मन को खिलाया, मन के हाथ में नहीं खिल न खिलौना नहीं हुआ. वही कम होते हैं ऐसे लोग. By the way, now Sri Uddhav ji's point is of all of us only. He is putting himself in the shoe of all we, wanting to do sadhana, finding it difficult. Then he is speaking to Bhagavan. Putting his problem, asking him for solution. What did he say? Yesterday I explained to you, Anchuta, the name of Achyuta, Bhagavan ka address hai, कि सुदुष्कराम इमाम मन्ये योगचर्याम अनात्मनः. Anatmanaha is a word to be understood, who is very raw, just now came to spirituality, already full of slavery to the Indriyas and Indriya Vishayas outside, filled with such a habits, such vasanas, terrible, that he cannot even control any of the faculties. ऐसा है वो. ऐसे बंदे के लिए अनात्मनः इमाम योगचर्याम, this yoga sadhanas of deep contemplation and all, so dushkaram imam manye. Sushtu dushkara, I told you yesterday, very tough and difficult. आना ही मुश्किल क्लास में, सुनना मुश्किल है. देन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है ना, रिटेनिंग व्हाट इज हर्ड. When the retention is not there, then how do you leave it? Why all the exams are put for the children? Whether to know whether the children have remembered, retained or not, what they learned. Because what helps you is the knowledge which is available to you all the time. For that only the exams are put. And what is the exam? That where the question paper is not leaked. What is the meaning of that? That anything asked, you must be ready to write. Means what? You must be thorough in your subject. Why? From 1 year, what was you doing is that only. साल भर आपको कॉलेज में क्या पढ़ा रहे, स्कूल में ज्ञान को ही, तुम्हें करना क्या था, सीखना ही था. सीखा ही नहीं, टेस्ट क्या है, एग्जाम. एग्जाम में क्या होता है, एनी क्वेश्चन यू आर आस्क्ड, यू शुड गिव करेक्ट आंसर टू इट. In the same way, because we are anatmanaha, our life is totally vishayukta, vyaktiyukta, bahirmukha. This subject is absolutely raw to us. Like the child playing at home so happily, making everybody dance. Suddenly put it in the school, ask him to study A, B, C, D. ये तो नरक ही होता है उसको, कहाँ के फंस गए मैं. But slowly becomes familiar. So too, I am telling you, more than an honest expression of Naradji or Uddhavji representing all of us, that the sadhana is difficult. What is hidden there is our sincerity and preparation is not sufficient. Naradji also knows, Bhagavan also knows, but that itself is a basic problem that is known. That is what is to be addressed. That is why Bhagavan never changed the thought which is taught. Same thing is teaching, but he is putting in simple words. He is categorizing it. When in one flow it is spoken, it appears to be heavy and difficult. But when it is put under the, like physics is a ocean of subject. Endless. No, endless ocean of physics. How can you study? You can't. Therefore, they are put under titles. The sound related physics, the light related physics, the electromagnetism related physics. Then under those headings and subheadings, at least that part will become thorough. Bhagavan Krishna is achieving this only in these final discourses of summarizing entire dharmas or sadhanas to be done, by which we become Bhagavata, which is the purpose of entire this Maha Puranam. In 28 chapters, when Bhagavan went on giving exercises, sadhanas, out of his own enthusiasm, curiosity, love for Uddhava, like Guru may speak, but disciple तैयार नहीं है तो सुनने को. इसका माइंड ही अनात्मा है, एक्सट्रोवर्टेड है. तो एक्चुअली इस प्रश्न के पीछे क्या है? व्हाट यू टोल्ड इज राइट फ्रॉम योर साइड सर, बट इट इज अ PhD लेवल. What we want is at our own level. We are at LKG, UKG, play school, Nattadi level. So you teach us. That's why I use the word Anjasa 2 times. See, you are understanding it? Therefore, all the scholarly teachings of Krishna, of all the essence of all the Shastras, spoken so far up to 28th chapter, are simplified in the 29th chapter. So, if you are scholarly, already you got it. Not so, yes, because you are anatma, means you are extroverted and gross intellected, rajoguna, tamoguna, ऐसी बंदे हैं. तो फिर ये 29वें चैप्टर में जो साधनाएं बता रहे, सो सिंपल दे आर. उसमें 50 बताएंगे भगवान, 5 पकड़ो, साधना करो, यू आर ऑलरेडी ऑन द पाथ ऑफ साधना. है कि नहीं? कार में जाओ, स्कूटर में जाओ, साइकिल में जाओ, पैदल जाओ, जाना शुरू कर रहे हो तो जाना हो गया है कि नहीं शुरू? तो जाते जाते पहुंच जाओगे. So imam yogacharyam sudushkaram aham manye. Understanding, retaining, practicing this yoga sadhana of deep meditation and contemplation to discard the anatma, even dismantle the ego jiva bhava and discover the self. I find it to be much tougher than the hair splitting exercises. Hey Bhagavan, I know it's very tough. Detach from the world. Dismantle the ego or the jiva bhava and discover the self. It is first of all non-catchable. Like I gave you the introduction today, it was of scholarly. Scholarly in the sense very sublime intellect वाले समझते हैं कि मैं नामक आत्मा अनुभव को रोकने वाला मैं ही नामक जीव बंधन कारण हूं, मैं नामक मेरा नामक ममता के कारण. No, it looks to be very difficult because you are listening from 2 years, little it is entering. But suddenly somebody suddenly listens to this class. He says, स्वामी जी पागल है क्या बोल रहे हैं? वो कहते मेरे लिए मैं ही प्रॉब्लम हूँ. मैं कैसे हो सकता हूँ स्वामी? मेरे लिए. यार तो तेरे लिए नहीं, सबके लिए प्रॉब्लम है. Why you modest only for yourself? You are for everyone. That is the aham mama. That's the other things. So imam yogacharyam aham sudushkaram manne. For whom anatmana. Aparipakva. The one who has not has done sufficient viveka, they were not understood the world to be the cause of bondage, they were never developed the vairagya, nor done any of the abhyas of the upasanas to tighten the mind, nor he has propitiated the gurus for them to give some power or shower some grace so that his intellect becomes sharper to understand. ऐसा नहीं है हमको. So the anatma includes all. Never surrender to guru, never got his blessings to become sharp intellectually. Never did any upasanas. Never even Bhagavat Krupa also has not got. There is no consistency of purpose of spirituality. Nor himself got a vairagya from the world. On the other hand, so many kamakrodha that is running into the world with all the senses, etc. so furiously and fast as if that alone is the goal of life. He is called Anatma. Here, Anatma is not the Sharirari. Anatmana means the one has not controlled the Atma. Atma means Upadhis. उपाधियों के गुलामी में रहने वाले हम जैसे लोगों को लिए आप जो बताया योगचर्या बहुत मुश्किल है. I think you are feeling at home. Thank you, Uddhav ji. But the problem with Uddhav ji is you might have expected. भगवान ये योगचर्या करना मुश्किल हो रहा है इसलिए मैं छोड़कर जा रहा हूँ. उद्धव इज बेचारा इज नॉट लाइक दैट, छोड़कर जा रहा हूँ. इसे करना चाहता हूँ, सिंपलीफाई करके बताओ, है ना. दिस द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द प्योर साधका एंड प्योर संसारी. Sadhaka says it is difficult, oh Lord, give me simple things to do, or I'll try my best to make the difficult things also easy. The samsari क्या कहता है, it is very difficult to do, therefore I'll leave it only. Giving up is called as a biggest failure in spirituality. Never give up. The Bhagavan and the Adhyatmikata. Other things you give up. So yogacharyam imam manye sudushkaram yogacharyam sudushkaram imam manye योगचर्याम अनात्मनः, अनात्मा लोगों के लिए ये योग साधना करना अति कठिन है. सुष्ठु दुष्टकर सुष्ठु दुखेन कर्तुम शक्यते. Very tough it is. And I explained yesterday, as we go on sadhana, the more intense we are in sadhana, in our own interest only, to give us the siddhi quickly, all the wholesale prarabdha Bhagavan puts on our head. If you are able to jailify that, all that is over, you come out shining out. If that heavy prarabdha all put on our head at one go, if you are not able to go through, then we will fall down. In our own interest, Bhagavan tries to clear all the prarabdha by giving it in one wholesale manner. That becomes very heavy for those who want to experience self urgently. Apart from that, as we saw, the antarayas from the devatas, the manushya, the bhutas, the panchamahabhutas, and our own habits, etc. Vasanas, desires. एक नहीं है बाबा, इतने सारे वाक्य हमको अटैक करते. योगचर्याम इमाम अहम मन्ये सुदुष्कराम. इमाम योगचर्याम अहम मन्ये सुदुष्कराम अनात्मना. Therefore, as we are saying you, whenever you are trying to do sadhana, you are not able to do, don't give up, but don't feel bad also that we are slowly starting to do it. Suddenly नहीं हो जाता तो सब लोग यही करते ना. Is it not? If it happens easily, everybody would have done this only. The fact that nobody comes to spirituality itself shows that it is tough. Among those, kaschidhira pratyagatmanam ikshat. Everybody uses the faculties given to involve in the outer world. Paranchikani vyatrudat swayambhuho tasmat parang pashyati antaratman. Everybody extroverted by the nature of the faculties. But among them, kaschidhira, one rare, intelligent, very perceiving, perseverance yukta, strong person. He asks, what is the cause of all of that? Where from everything is emanating? He becomes Dhira Purusha. He searches that everything is starting from me. Who is this me? Pratyaka Atmanam Ekshat. For that, he closes all his outward windows of the eyes and mana, called as Avrutta Chakshuhu. And that immortal self he wants, that eternal self he wants, till it is reached, he never goes out. One rare fellow. बाकी सबको बाहरी मजा है. So I am an anatma. This yogacharya is sudushchara. Therefore, what do you want, Uddhava? Don't you want to do any sadhana? No. Yatha anjasa puman siddhyetu. Same result the human being should get purusharthi, lekin anjasa, less effort, effortlessly. Tat me bruhi. Tell me that. Again, simple sadhana, don't tell complicatedly. Anjasa only tell it. Your telling should be easy and inspiring. And my doing sadhana also should be easy. It should be and inspiring. In fact, it is not as tough and difficult to understand as well as practice. But then, we being in a different world of worldliness altogether, it becomes tough. Yet, Bhagavan accepts it. Because we are at this level of the worldliness, and if you say it is not easy, says Bhagavan, and tell me the easier sadhana, tell me in an easier way. And every genuine seeker asks Guru like that. Guru loves it. No Guru wants to give punishment on the name of sadhana. Same Krishna को अर्जुन भी पूछते हैं ना, कार्पण्य दोषोपथ स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वाम, व्हाट आई एम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता हो गया, मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूँ, यत् श्रेयः स्यात्, क्या श्रेयस है, निश्चितम ब्रूहि, फॉर्मली डिसाइड करके बोलिए आप मुझे, ते शिष्य हम आम शादित्वम प्रपन्नम, आई सरेंडर टू यू. मेक इट सिंपल एंड टेल मी. सो हियर आल्सो ये योगचर्या मुश्किल है, हम जैसे those who have not controlled or disciplined life, to tell us the easier thing. And what Bhagavan says while giving sadhanas is, doing them, the anatmata jo hai na, the uncontrolledness of the faculties, all that is set right. Accordingly, the sadhana siddhi is reached. सिद्धि पाने के लिए ही रास्ता है, दूसरा होता तो भगवान वही बोलते. कोई आसान तरीका हो तो वही बोलते ना, यही आसान है. लेकिन while explaining to the question of Uddhavji, he makes us qualified and make us do the same sadhana. We will see each of them. We are not going to leave anything. Like we took 48 days for the 28th chapter. For this, we don't take 49 days or 48, at least 1 week or 8 days or 5 days. Itna lage, let us enjoy learning bit by bit. So, yatha puman anjasa siddhetu. Siddhet means succeed. So, that way by which the sadhaka succeeds easily, tan me bruhi, that please tell me by mixing it in brew coffee with all the garnishing wonderful flavors added. And anjasa bruhi, that also you tell in such a way that I am able to understand it easily. Sadhana should be easy, your telling also should be easy. Hey Achyuta, oh Lord. नाउ ये उद्धव जी भगवान को कहते हैं कि अब आराम से बताओ, लेकिन ही राइट्स दीज 5-6 श्लोकास व्हिच आर सो टफ टू अंडरस्टैंड. I was struggling really to break open these words, their vocabulary, meaning, and all. I'm not a Sanskrit Pandit or scholar. You're not thoroughly that way studied Vyakaranam or Siddhanta Kaumidis and all. ये दो चार चीजें हमने थोड़ा गीता भागवत समझने को जितना चाहिए, that much we know. हमको भजगोविंदम का पहला श्लोक संप्राप्ते सन्निधे काले डुक्कुरु करने नहीं रक्षति. ये जस्टिफाइंग आवर लेजीनेस. एनीवे, कम टू दिस पॉइंट. सेकंड वन, प्रायशः पुंडरीकाक्ष युञ्जतो योगिनो मनः विषीदन्ति असमाधानात् मनो निग्रह कर्षिता. प्रायः पुंडरीकाक्ष युञ्जन्तो योगिनो मनः विषीदन्ति असमाधानात् मनो निग्रह कर्षिताः. Beautiful. Hey Pundarikaksha, Lord Krishna, and we explained the meaning of Pundarikaksha yesterday. Wonderful lotus eyed, and that shows his compassion and all. Prayashaha. Prayasha means generally. What is that? Generally, yogam yunjata yoginah manaha. Yogam yunjata yoginah manaha. The yogi who is trying to do the yoga sadhana, of him is manaha vishidanti. It enters into vishada or dejection. Why? Asamadhanatu. Because they are not able to bring it to the samadhana avastha by practicing yoga sadhana. As a result, what is happening to those sadhakas? Mano nigraha karshita. They, in their efforts of doing the nigraha of the mana, they become so much karshitaha, exhausted, tired and fatigued, that they give it up and go. Literal meaning I told you, one by one we'll explain. It's very interesting and relevant to all of us. So, first of all, our readiness to do sadhana, is it not? When we are ready to do sadhana, then comes the ability to do sadhana. Those who are ready to do sadhana, therefore trying to do sadhana, when they not yet have developed the ability, what is their position? This is what is said by Uddhavaji in one shloka. And it is everyone's experience. No exceptions. Every jiva will have the same problems. So, first line is understood na, yoginaha manaha yogam yunjataha. ये योगियों का मन योग साधना करने के प्रयत्न में रहने वाले योगियों का मन प्रायशः in generally first is vishidanti. It enters into vishada. Vishidanti manaha. Mana means their own willpower. Mana means their own commitment. Mana means their desire to do sadhana and grow. That all gets dejected. Vishidanti. Here मन को कंट्रोल करने के प्रयत्न में मन कंट्रोल में नहीं आने के कारण मन विषादग्रस्त होता है. See, is it not somewhat related to what we spoke in the introduction? अच्छा था कि नहीं? We spoke about ego. Here he is speaking about mana. And I never imagined this will be there, therefore I spoke. No, ये भगवान की कृपा ही है. हमने वहां क्या कहा इंट्रोडक्शन में? I am the Ananda Atma, but I myself am blocking my own Ananda Atma with my mamata, and me not allowing the Guru Bhagavan also to help me to remove me and experience me. See, here he is talking about mana. See, my mana wants to do sadhana. My mana tries to do sadhana. My mana fails to do sadhana. My mana gets frustrated. What a beautiful thing, is it not? You only sit for पूजा और जप और ध्यान, आपका ही इच्छा है वो, एंड भरपूर कोशिश होता है, लेकिन वो आते ही नहीं कंट्रोल में. देन व्हाट डू यू फील? स्वामी जी, आई टेल यू, आई ट्राइड हाफ एन आवर टू सिट एंड डू साधना एंड मेडिटेट एंड कुछ भी हो नहीं पाया. देन हाउ इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ, व्हाट इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ माइंड एट दिस टाइम? विषाद. And what is the cause of that Vishada? What is the nature of that Vishada? And what is the failure because of which the dejection and disappointment came? And वो एक बार नहीं होता ये. Remember, बार बार होता रहता है. Till we get established in sadhana, more than our sadhana, what we are speaking every day nowadays, without grace of Bhagavan and Guru. Please take it for granted for this 1 week. Means in this 1 week, last week, next week, we speak only on this subject. Allow this to go thorough in your heart. गुरु ईश्वर कृपा के बिना हमारे से साधना नहीं हो पाता. साधना वो नहीं करते. We only have to do, but without their grace we can't. They will do their upasana, get their power, do your sadhana and get into the siddhi. So those people who are trying to do the yoga sadhana, their mind enters into Vishada. Why it enters to Vishada? Because of this reason, Asamadhanat is a big word. Asamadhanat means with all the hundreds of attempts and ways of trials or efforts he is putting, he is not able to do this achievement of sadhana called as Manako Samadhan Karna. Samadhan of the mana is bringing the mind to purification, bringing the mind to single pointedness, transcending the mind to reach Paramatma. These three is called as Samadhana. Asamadhanat is not able to do. There are some very dangerous children. Dangerous means terrible Rakshasa type. From the age of 1 year, 2 months, up to 3.5 years. Those 2 years, they are Bhayankara. They don't sit somewhere. They keep on moving. In 1 second, we are inadvertent like Krishna. वो भी ऐसी थे. पता नहीं कहाँ जाते हैं, कौन से किचन में जाकर कौन सा चीज नीचे डालते हैं. And where they put the finger in a plug, we don't know. Where some कीड़े मकोड़े और anything उसे कटवाते हैं, या कोई खचरा खा लेते हैं, या घर से बाहर रोड पे जाते हैं, कुत्ते का पूंछ पकड़ते हैं. इवन सांप है तो लेकर गले में डालते हैं. ओम नमः शिवाय. Those terrible children, make them sleep, you will be tired and sleeping. They don't sleep. Give them food, they won't eat even a morsel also. You नानी याद कराते हो आपका. होता है कि नहीं? खाना they won't eat, sleep they won't. Tell them to stay at one place, they don't do. ये नहीं नौटंकी देखिए. And give them bath. सबसे टेंशन वाला है, you can't give him नहाना. That fellow will slip out of your hand like a मछली की तरह मचलता मचलता. Even after bath, you try to put the cloth, he will make such a hangama. And उसको कुछ मेकअप जून कब करो, सुनेगा ही नहीं वो. Entire house is on that fire only for that 1.5 year. Somehow that terrible period goes away when he comes to the 4-5 years of age. उसके अंदर ईगो आके दूसरा प्रॉब्लम शुरू होते हैं. But this goes away. Have you not gone through of your own children? That situation of that child from that 1 year to 3 months to 3.5 years is called asamadhana. I just gave that example to explain the state of the mind. The asamadhana yukta mana ka arth ye hai कि you try to focus it on the feet of the Lord, goes away somewhere. On the face of the Lord, goes somewhere. Take the name of the Lord, it doesn't stick there. Try to bring any positive bhavana, rukta nahi. Remember a tattva shloka and do the meditation on, you rukta nahi wo. It is like that child only. पकड़ने का कोशिश, it's like a mercury only. Father as a mercury, no? आप उसको पकड़ो, कोशिश करो। कैन यू कैच दैट मर्क्यूरी विद योर हैंड? ट्राई करके देखना आज। घर में थर्मामीटर है कि नहीं? थर्मामीटर तोड़ दो आज, चबा के कच्चा कच्चा, और उसका मर्क्यूरी नीचे डालो, आप पकड़ो, एंड यू कैन हैव दैट गुड एक्सक्यूज फॉर बंकिंग ऑल द क्लासेस फॉर द होल लाइफ। स्वामी जी, मैंने व्रत लिया, जब तक मैं अपने हाथ से उस मर्क्यूरी को पकड़ूंगा नहीं, तब तक आपके क्लास में नहीं आऊंगा। यू कैन नेवर कम बिकॉज इट वोंट बी caught by your hand. Some other instruments you have to take, ऐसे ऐसे करके हाथ से पकड़ो, नहीं होता वो। अरे इतना आसान होता। वाई द योगी स्पेंड हंड्रेड्स ऑफ लाइव्स गिविंग अप एवरीथिंग ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, गोइंग टू दैट हिमालयन जंगल्स और माउंटेन्स ऑफ कोल्ड थिंग, डू तपस्या 24 घंटे पर दिन, लाइक दैट, जिंदगियां जिंदगियां। एंड व्हाट स्ट्रगल दे गो थ्रू देयर, दे ओनली नो। देखो, जब तक साधना शुरू नहीं करते ना, उसका मुश्किल क्या हमको नहीं पता। एंड इफ वी ऑल आर फीलिंग कंफर्टेबल इन अवर साधना, इट मीन्स वी हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड। And what we think that listening is sadhana is not. Listening is first step. But taking every shloka, contemplating on that, first of all, for that, your mind has to be pure, single pointed. To bring the mind to single pointedness only, how many lives it takes. And it includes so many things. Our prarabdhas, our obligations, our runa we have to clear to the world. ये सब होने के बिना भगवान मन का एकाग्रता शुद्धता नहीं देंगे जानबूझकर, फिर साधना करने नहीं देंगे। These also other various reasons. That is why how much ever I am pure in my present intentions, how much ever I am putting my efforts of 10 hours per day of japa, etc., to bring concentration to my mind, still Bhagavan will not allow it to happen. Why? Because I have to clear many debts. So आप लोगों का मैं कितना ऋणग्रस्त हूँ, and I can't clear that runa by any other means of giving money, doing your pada seva, because I took a sannyasam. Therefore भगवान is clearing it through this satsanga. और जिनका हो रहा है वो रियलाइज हो रहे हैं या छोड़ कर जा रहे ऋण क्लियर हो गया उनका। एंड कितने लोगों को हो नहीं मैं पता है, दे में कम। I'm telling any example for the understanding of it. The antaraya from the world, because our duties and loans to them. Paramatma also has to get some work done us. ये पूरा करा करके, then he will give his our ekagrata of the mana. With that only the yoga sadhana of understanding Paramatma, contemplating on him, realizing him happens. Please remember one thing, na? I miss out of topic I am going. Any shloka lekar, any way the Vedanta is explained, it is all basically realizing the self, which is beyond the upadhi. ये point को पकड़कर, on that strength or basis, to arrive to that conclusion only, interpret and understand whatever the speaker is speaking, you are always safe. It's out of topic, wala. Any number of slokas or texts I am talking or speaking to you, all of them is speaking about only one thing, Atma Jnanam for moksha. It is put in different ways in different texts. And why we are sending so many texts is our own kujli, our own desire, our own Bhagwan's kripa on us. He doesn't want us to be free to get lost in the world. These are the various reasons. It's none of our present topics business. So come to the topic here. Prayashaha Pundarikaksha Yogam Yunjata Yoginaha Manah Vishitanti. Why it goes into Vishada, dejection, depression, despondency, and gives up the sadhana? मेरे से नहीं होगा, because असमाधानात्, that it cannot be brought into single pointedness purification consistently. 10 मिनट होता है तो फिर से नहीं होता, 1 घंटा हुआ तो नेक्स्ट आवर नहीं होता, आज थोड़ा लगा तो tomorrow is totally lost. Everybody, I'm telling you, one day I'm so inspired to talk on the Shastras, full of energy and all. Other day, tired, fatigued, exhausted. अरे मैं सोच रहा क्या हो रहा है भाई भाई, आई एम डूइंग गॉड्स वर्क ओनली, यू शुड गिव मी कंटिन्यूअस एनर्जी ना यू शुड नॉट डिमांड फ्रॉम इट व्हाट प्रारब्ध यू हैव टू गो थ्रू, ही नोस, टू क्लियर अप योर लोन्स. एंड इफ आई एम नॉट केयरफुल, आई बिकम विषादग्रस्त, that I am not able to do this, क्या करूं. But what I do, समाधान करते हुए अपने आप को continue the sadhana. That is my case. But here क्या कहते हैं? Why the mind enters into Vishada? Vishada is disappointment. Vishada is dejection. Vishada is the feeling of failure. Therefore, want to give up. Like Arjuna. He got into Vishada. That's why first chapter is Vishada. Arjuna Vishada. Why Vishada? He dejected. He found such a situation so grave. युद्ध करो प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं करो तो भी प्रॉब्लम है. अब क्या करूं, कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा. अब हाथ में धनुर्बाण छोड़कर बैठ गए हो. That's the Vishada. But luckily Krishna was there to induce the power in him. Then he made everything as yoga. Unki baat. So because of what reason the Vishada comes to me when I am doing yoga? The Vishada comes to me because I am not able to achieve. What is that? Manas Samadhana. Other side is what? When the effort of the Manas Samadhana is done, it is not achieved. Not only the Vishada comes, along with that, so much of tiredness, exhaustion happens. We become as if energyless only. That is what the last word, Mano Nigraha Karshitaha. People are karshita means patle, duble, energyless, thak jate hain, mano ko nigrah karte nahi. Like I told you, that whole family gets tired of controlling that fellow. And कभी कभी बेचारे बच्चे ना, रात को उनको कोई दुख होता है, पेट दर्द हो, कोई चींटी ने तुझे काटा है, he will cry that entire house wakes up. Nowadays तो पता नहीं, but when we were children, all joint families. So 3-4 brothers married and एक बार 10 बच्चे होते थे वहां, उसमें सो छोटे से लेकर सबसे बड़े तक, किसको कराते क्या नहीं रोए आगे पता नहीं. And we had only 1 room, 2 room. Everybody wakes up and does. And tired also. Mano nigraha karshitaha, they are exhausted in their effort of doing the nigraha of the mana, and that mana never comes to control. That's called asamadhana. Therefore, vishidanti, they get dejected. Therefore, with all inspiration they come to class, all inspiration they try to do sadhana. Little bit they try, they find it to be so difficult, tiring, fatigued, exhausted. They give up and go. Only some people who have learned the art of how to sleep in the class, and the other people like who attend my class regularly, the Mahayogis, other than them, everybody will run away. You are all Mahayogi. You are my people, M-Y. My means Mahayogi. अच्छा है कि नहीं title? M-Y. My people, Mahayogis. नहीं तो इतने क्लास इतना लगातार सुनना किससे नहीं होता. They put it in the status today. Even if you go to a purely spiritually teaching ashram also, daily 6 classes ऐसे बिना रुके 1.5 साल से आपको वहाँ नहीं मिलते. Isn't it? 3000 lecture बिना रुके हर दिन. But you are listening, so you are Mahayogi. Those people are the only ones we can do. Otherwise, it is difficult. Definitely difficult. Every guru knows it. Therefore, he is only this much. Jitna aapko ho sake suno, that is enough. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. And somehow that is why for some people in whole one life, only one day they are with a Mahatma in satsang. Some log 5 दिन, कुछ लोग 10 दिन, कोई 2 महीने रहते, कोई 1 साल. उनका उतना ही कीमत है, किस्मत है उस जगह, उस जिंदगी में. More than that, his mind cannot take. You understood now? His mind cannot take it. Therefore, he gets revolted and reacted, which is not wrong. That's how their mind is. In the evolutionary process, that Jiva's mana is at that level. Guru knows it, therefore he never feels bad. He only feels concerned and compassionate. Then even while he goes, he tells, "Beta, thoda itna to karo, utna to karo, thoda to karo." That's how. Then after this, Bhagavan Krishna ko praise karte hue, Sri Uddhav ji speaks in 4 shlokas, a beautiful flow of the mantras in which he praises Krishna and finally asks same thing. Please, with your Krupa and Karuna, teach us. Bhagavan takes up and teaches very beautiful knowledge. We'll see it tomorrow. Thank you. अथात आनंद दुघम पदाम्बुजम हंसाः श्रयेरन अरविंदलोचन सुखम नु विश्वेश्वर योग कर्म तन्मया अमिव्यता न मानिनः. These are all heavy dosed श्लोकास. या शिष्य के श्लोक ज्यादा कठिन गंभीर है, गुरु महाराज के सिंपल है. See, these very intelligent, stupid students are like that. They ask a complicated way the question and they expect the answer in a simple way. 1 घंटा प्रश्न सुना के 2 मिनट में जवाब दो बोलते. And they want जवाब for the entire life's problem in 2 मिनट. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. We will see it. And these 4 shloka, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Uddhav ji are, I want to enjoy explaining every word to you. Please bear with me as you are doing consistently. Thanks. इसके बाद मुझे पता नहीं कब मिलेगा मौका.